My glasses is crooked. I'm like,
You're not. You look perfect.
that is what you would say. You would say that you're such a gem. You would
No,
say that.
I don't lie. That's one thing. I will tell you the truth.
No, that's the thing with me too. That's the thing
I
with me. I
told you to
tell
change your
people,
shirt. I said, didn't I? I said, yeah, change your shirt, right? See? I said, "No, it's fine." But I'm like, no, go ahead.
thank you. Irene, you're such a gem. So we're here on Between the Lines live radio show, people, with your favorite host, Corinne Lafon. We're having so much fun even before we started the show. And I just want to introduce you to Irene. Is it Gabelnick?
Yes,
Gabelnick.
that's correct. Yep.
Yes, Gabelnick. Yes, I tried to
Yeah.
pronounce it from last night.
Good
So,
job. Yeah.
yes, thank you. So let me tell you a bit about Irene. She's the mother of two beautiful girls, ages 11 and 13. She's an author, a blogger, realtor, and founder of Fit for Sanity, and that's the topic of our show today. You would understand why when you listen in. A monthly newsletter that helps busy moms eat healthy and stay fit because we all know life can be a little bit crazy, she says, but I will disagree with her there. It's very much crazy. So, welcome, Irene, to Between the Lines.
Thank you, Corinne. I'm so happy to be here.
It's great to be here, and I see you fixed up your hair so nicely and quickly. It wasn't like that when we started.
Quick 2-minute brush. Yeah.
That's right. And before the show, we were talking about, how things were just so crazy in setting up the show. In terms of I didn't see your submission, the information that I needed to set up the show. And I'm like, what the hell is going on? And crazily, everything was just crazy at 2 o'clock this morning, I think it was. 2 o'clock this morning, I'm setting that up and communicating with you in order for this to happen. So people, one thing you must learn, when you see the end product of something and it looks smooth, don't ever think that there wasn't some crazy happening leading up, leading up to that. People are normally like crazy before the time and make sure they have a nice smile on their face and everything looks smooth. But deep down inside, they're actually going,
We're changing our clothes last minute. I'm trying to entertain my cat. I'm like worried he's going to run across the computer. You're so right.
yeah, this is just so crazy. And then of all the times I'm pointing out my zit on my, above my lip of all the places. I mean, it could have come out of my back. It could have come out of my leg. Right. Of all the times, right there. And people, these things happen, like when you're going out on a date or you're meeting that cute guy and there is the zit. It's either there or on your nose or on your head. So,
Murphy's
embarrassing.
It's Murphy's Law. If
Right?
something's going to go wrong, it's going to go wrong at the worst possible moment.
That's right. But as you said to me before, if I didn't point it out to you, you wouldn't have noticed. And we are our worst critics. And I want us to start off with that, Irene. Being our own worst critics. Not only is it something that women go through, but men go through, but more so women, because I believe we have to keep up a certain image, a certain appeal, a certain attractiveness. And we feel if there's a mark, something going on with us that happens with us at a particular point, it's like, oh, doom and gloom of all the moments. So I want you to start off as a busy mom, because you're a mom, I'm a mom, you're a mom of two girls, I'm a mom of two boys, 22 and 14. And we have people with 2 kids, 3 kids, 1 kid, and they just think it's going crazy. Tell me this whole thing about of being our worst critic, especially when we are a busy mom.
Well, we are always our worst critic. And one of my dearest friends always tells me, Irene, you look beautiful. You look beautiful. And I'm thinking, no, I hate this picture. I hate this. We are our own worst critics. And I think that's probably why we care so much about eating healthy and exercising, and why we want to take care of ourselves. It really does bother me, obviously, with this whole Barbie doll image and how we try to be perfect and we're trying to be a superhero, and we try to do it all, and we really just can't. And I think it's really, really important, Corrine, and I'm sure you'll agree that we really have to sometimes just, let something go. Yeah. And, we can't do it all, which is one of the reasons why I've developed over the years, just different ways to try to make life a little bit easier and try to, there are just busy days when you just don't have time to cook. And I try to make a healthy dinner every day, right? I mean, you want to, just feel good when you have a good, healthy, balanced meal for your kids. And, you're ordering pizza again and French fries. So I've really tried to develop different ways that we can eat healthy on a day that is busy. And one of the greatest ways to do that is to freeze meals. So I'll make a pot of soup or healthy vegetarian chili, and I'll freeze half of it and just kind of make a dinner size portion in the freezer. And if I know the next day is going to be really, really busy, I will pull it out the day before, let it thaw in the fridge overnight, and then get home from that, whatever it is, dance class or that cross country meet or wherever we're shipping the kids to, right? You get home and you're like, I'm starving, and the kids are
the soccer mom driving here and there and dropping off and picking up and watching the clock, and oh my God, I'm setting the timer and I'm supposed to pick up so and so. Cut the conversation. I was talking to a cute guy. Cut the conversation.
Exactly. Can't pull yourself away, right?
Scribble his number. Text me. Oh my God.
We are our worst own critics, but we really have to try not to beat ourselves up.
Yeah.
I mean, we can't do it all, and it's okay. It's okay if you order pizza that one time, or, and I find myself saying this, which is terrible, but I call myself a bad mom, and I know I'm not. I mean, obviously I'm not a bad mom. I have 2 wonderful children.
Right.
But I do. I'm a bad mom. I forgot to do this.
Let's admit this thing, Irene. We know we have our super cape hanging up in the closet. I have my okay. I have my super cape hanging up in the closet. I'll have you know. Okay. I keep it clean. I make sure it's always ready.
That's right.
Because when we need to don on that cape at a time when the kids call or the school call or they're sick and we have to go to work, our mind is juggling all of those things and the boss is on our back, right? It's like, what I say to people, I'm like, I don't have the time to be sick. I cannot be sick because I have to manage my kids, the house, everything. Remember the deadlines with work. So I don't have the time to be sick. And if I should catch a flu, Irene, it can only last a day. So I make sure and tell my body and the virus, you're not staying here.
I know. I cannot get sick. I can't.
No.
And it's funny, Corrine, if you don't mind, I have a couple of years ago, I had bronchitis. And it was my own fault. I got the flu. And what did I do? I still exercised. I didn't rest enough. Wow. And I finally broke down because I could barely breathe. I had to go to the doctor. My doctor couldn't get me in because she said I would go right to the emergency care right now. So I'm like, really? No, I'm fine. Well, the next morning I was like, oh, what did I do? So I went right to the emergency care because I tried again and they said, no, we can't get you in. We're swamped. Everyone's sick. So I did. And the doctor said, go home and rest for 3 days. I want you to do nothing but rest. And she said, you will be in the hospital with pneumonia if you do not go home and rest. So I'm like, okay, all right. So I did. I didn't work out for 3 days. And I told my kids and they were bringing me tea. They were so nice. I know. They started like they were doing the laundry. Like, no, Mom, you go rest. It's fine. Yeah. And I did. But unfortunately, I screwed up. Yeah. Right? I should not have let it get that far.
Yeah. But we're super moms. Come on.
We're super moms. But since then, I have not been sick like that since. And now when I recognize the fact that I'm doing too much, I'll go take a nap. And I'll make sure I get to bed by 9 o'clock or an early hour and make sure that you get that sleep.
Yeah.
Because that's so important. So you really have to decide what's more important, sleep or exercise today, because sometimes it's sleep.
I love that because, and I wanna interject a point there based on what you're saying. We're talking, I'm hearing you saying things like a routine, kind of getting into a routine, getting your kids into a certain routine, as well as having time to take care of yourself, self-care. Because when you get sick, you, as a mom or as a dad, single or otherwise, you are not able to care for anyone else. And I always remember something, that comes to my mind. When we're on a plane and that emergency thing shoots down, they always say, don't put it on your child first or the person. You put it on you first so that you can take care of somebody else. And I always remember that, because you cannot help somebody else if you are not okay. So some people might be listening to this and say, oh, that's selfish. How could you be always taking care of yourself? But what I want you to share with us, because there are busy moms and dads or busy people who want to get their life together or in some sort of semblance of structure, and to feel that they're accomplishing a little bit of things, a little bit of everything. It mightn't be everything, but a little bit. What tips can you share with moms and dads or anybody to feel that they're in some sort of control of their life, that they're able to structure their day in such a way that they can have time to pray, meditate, they're able to get in the zone, because this is what I do for myself, in the zone, and determine what their day is going to be, how it's going to flow, get the kids out to school on time, the meals to prepare, getting the kids involved in the meal. What would you suggest to people to help them to have a balance, let's call it that, a balanced life, and still have time to go out, time with friends, have fun, or go to the spa, or spend some time to just get their hair done, or something? What sort of tips can you share?
Oh, Corinne, first I have to say you took the words right out of my mouth when it came to the airplane story. And I used that myself because it's so true. You cannot take care of someone else if you don't take care of yourself first.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But I find that when I feel good,
Mm-hmm.
my whole attitude changes. I mean, think about it. When you're not really feeling very well, or you're maybe not feeling good about yourself, like you're feeling a little bit overweight, or just didn't get enough sleep, how you react to things is never as good. But when I feel good and I feel healthy and I got enough sleep, for example, if I'm driving the car and somebody cuts me off,
yeah,
and sometimes your first reaction is just to, get angry, like, oh, exactly, like, jerk or whatever, you're not being very nice. But sometimes I think, maybe that person really is rushing to the hospital. Maybe they just found out that their mom was in a car accident or something, and they're in a hurry and they're not thinking, because they're just, so you really your whole attitude changes.
Yes.
So not only do you have a better attitude when you're feeling good about yourself, but you can get more done. You're thinking more clearly. You're not as angry. You're not as anxious. So when you feel good about yourself and you get regular exercise and you're eating healthy and you wake up in the morning, think about it. Like, don't you just, when you just dropped a pound and your clothes are a little loose, don't you just feel good?
Of course. Just step in. You're stepping, Irene. You're stepping on cloud nine. Nobody could tell you anything. You're the sexiest thing on the planet.
Oh, you're sweet.
You understand that is what it is. But, I mean, as moms, we tend to, men, and sometimes, I'm going to say this for the men. The men too, I think, are at fault sometimes, because they don't make the woman feel beautiful. And they feel, why do I have to tell you that you're beautiful? They see the woman cooking, cleaning, washing, ironing, taking care of the kids, running up and down with the school activities, doing everything else, and they have the time, while the mother is running like the soccer mom all over, and they're not appreciating. And they're not appreciating the woman for what she does, and to even say, honey, let's go out, or here, spend the day at the spa, or take this, go shopping, have fun with your friends, or go on a trip, a weekend off with your friend. Just take some time off, just to get back and to feel good and tell her how beautiful she is. Because a woman is, especially a mother, because you have mothers and you have mothers, but the mothers are nurturers, and we give of ourselves, we sacrifice our needs for everybody else, and so we give up on taking care of our hair or our skin, or feeling that sexiness, like you're saying, going to the gym. People would be like, what? I don't have time to go to the gym. And and they put on weight, they sort of feel awful about themselves. They feel the man that they're with, or the man that they're with, is looking somewhere else because I'm not attractive anymore. So how do we maintain that attractiveness, without, it's a mind thing.
It is a mind thing. It is a mind thing. But you just have to do it. And I've been through so many stages in my life. I mean, with my first daughter, obviously the first child, you're young. I was back in my jeans in 6 weeks. I mean, it was easy, right? But with the second, it took me a good year to lose that weight.
I still have the weight, Irene.
Well, I just decided I was turning 40. So, I had the big looming, birthday coming up. And I actually got the flu and I lost 5 pounds. I had the stomach flu and I felt so good. And that got the ball rolling for me. Yeah. And it's like a chain reaction where, now, if you lose a pound, it's like that day you're like, oh, I feel good. And then you want to eat healthy, and so you're going to eat that salad instead of French fries and a burger, right? Because you feel good and you want to keep it going. So you just start. You just have to start, and you start seeing results. Yeah. And they say, and what I do is every morning I get on the scale at the same time every morning. And I've heard, it's controversial. Some people say, don't weigh yourself, blah, blah, blah. But I think it's a good gauge because even if you gained a pound and, it could just be water weight or maybe a little extra salt that you had or something, but it keeps you in check. Mm-hmm. If you wait a week or two and wow, you just gained 10 pounds, you're like, whoa. Yeah. And now you're really kind of thrown it off. So if you're really trying to maintain a healthy weight or trying to lose weight, especially, I think it's really important to get on that scale every single day, take a look, just get a little reality check. Yeah. And you either feel good or you're like, ooh, and then, well, what can I do better? Yeah. What can I do differently today that I did yesterday? Okay. So I had, dessert and I also didn't exercise, or I only, did this. And so what can I do today that's better? Yeah. And what I'll do, because sometimes we don't always have time. Let's be honest, Corey. Yeah. Do you always have time to get an hour of exercise in a day?
Busy mom. Yeah.
It doesn't happen. And I hate the gym. I don't go to the gym. I can't. I joined the gym and then I quit because I can't stand it.
That was me. I did the gym thing and I was like, this ain't for me. But do you know what I do know? I mean, just to share some tips with in terms of my little routine, I had longer hair. This is my natural hair. And I decided I just can't be bothered sitting down at the hairdresser. There's too much time, and processing my hair and whatever they do. And I'm like, no, I just decided one day I'm going to just cut it off. So I cut it off. So this is something that I don't have to spend time on. I don't really comb my hair. So I don't spend time in front of a mirror on myself, combing my hair. I just rub my hands in it, finger.
And I'm fabulous, Corinne.
Thank you. So I just wash, and I could wash it anytime. When I had my longer hair, I couldn't because I had to... I have to spend time under the dryer, and it's just time. If I were to go to the beach, because I'm in the Caribbean, or go anywhere, the salt water in my hair, I'd have to wash out. I'd be like, hell no. You're traveling in a vehicle and the breeze is blowing your hairdo, and you're like, oh, wind up the window. I'm like, hell no. I want the window.
Well, can I tell you a secret, Corey?
Yeah.
My hair is curly. My hair is crazy curly. And when I'm on the beach, I straighten it. So it takes me a long time to blow it out, but then I don't wash it for like 5 days. I think that's gross. They say it's not healthy to wash your hair every day. And
Yeah.
then I just a quick little, and then bam.
That's right. So
but this is survival. This is how we survive, right?
This is it. So I don't spend time on the hair. I don't do makeup unless it is for TV or something. I don't do makeup. So because to me, when I do makeup and I put on all this sort of thing, it spends another 2-3 hours to clean the damn thing off. And I'm like,
and God forbid you fall asleep with your makeup on, right?
It has happened. It has happened. I'm just so tired, and I fell asleep, and I wake up in the morning with all these things, and these things clog up my
case.
Yeah. I don't do. So every little thing that I can do, and I mean, even the clothes. I mean, I've started buying clothes where I don't have to iron it.
Oh, it's just oh my gosh, I've been doing it for years. I won't wear that again.
No. So even little things like that, just change. It's not a matter of changing, your style and stuff, but the type of material so that it cuts out half an hour of ironing.
I have a trick, Corinne, though, that we could share with everyone.
Of course.
As soon as you pull it out of the dryer, and I get so mad at the kids because they'll get the laundry sometimes, which I love, but all your shirts or anything, you have to shake them out right away.
Right.
If you don't have time to hang them up, I just drape them, over either the laundry basket.
Yeah.
And then bam, and then I can put them when I have time. I put them away, and then they don't need to be ironed.
Of course, so you hang it up in a hanger. In the hanger, you just let it just fall out, and the wrinkles fall out. Yeah.
I mean, if it gets wrinkled, sometimes I just throw it right back in the wash. I'm like, nope. It's just another cycle. Like, I'm not ironing that. No way. Not happening.
Right? Yeah. So you have ways and means of cutting out significant time, out of your schedule, and just like you shared, preparing meals that you can freeze. Exactly. You can set a menu for the entire week, Sunday to Sunday. You and the kids, involve the kids. That's the thing about it. I love involve the kids. They help you do the prep, and cook the meals, and they can package them out into different Ziplocs or those little containers or whatever. They can put their names on it, whatever. And so everybody knows or they could pick and choose and mix and match what they want during the week. Right. So it saves you time. And then you could probably have a day in the week or the month and say, okay, this is the one day in the month we're going to just have fun, pizza or hot dogs and popcorn or, where you can, and it saves you a lot of money, Irene.
It does save a lot of money. And here's a couple other tips because it's kind of a good transition to a few ways. And I'll share a few ways on how to squeeze in exercise too. And
please, Irene.
And Corinne, like, honestly, like, you're just so right. Like, I've developed these ways out of survival for myself because it's the only way that I can do it. And so that's why I decided to start sharing it and helping other people, because I know there's so many people like us who are just so busy. And that's why I created Fit for Sanity. And these are the types of things that I share. Fit for Sanity, because life can be crazy.
And continue sharing those tips, because people are listening to this and they want to know what they can do in order to save them time, save them money, spend more quality time with their kids. And that's another thing, Irene. Quality time. Some people feel, sitting down with homework or whatever is quality time. You must be able to spend time with your kids and actually listen to them and hear them.
You do.
You do less to none of the talking and allow them to do more of the talking so that you understand what they're going through. So how can parents, in all the craziness, be able to spend quality time with their children as well as with a significant other? Where do you carve out that time?
Well, here's a few things that we do. First of all, every night we have dinner together. Every night. And sometimes a kid wants to go over to a friend's for dinner or something like that. That's fine. But most nights that I have my children, we sit at the dining room table, because why do you have a formal dining room table if you're not going to use it? People sit at the kitchen counter. We set the table, the girls set the table, and we have beautiful little placemats. And,
That's right.
nice every night, because every day is a celebration as far as I'm concerned. Sometimes we bring out the china, not usually, but sometimes you have to use it once in a while, right?
Why do you have the china? For display?
Exactly.
For display? What the hell? Take out the damn thing and use it every day. Clink, clink.
But we sit down together, and no phones at the table. We decided this together, no phones. And sometimes I'll be guilty, especially if I'm, I've been a realtor for 9 years, and it's so hard for me when that phone is ringing in the kitchen, and I'm like, I want to know what the counter offer is. But no. And the girls will say, Mom, no phones at the table. So we keep each other in check. And no social media, and we just talk. And how was your day? And we will just say, how was your day? And to me, that's quality time, because I'm hearing about their life. Yeah, I'm really, and breakfast too. And one of the things they say, that because that's the worst, right? The morning you're rushing, and I'm always so tempted to eat my breakfast at the counter. And then I look over and I see my daughter or my daughters, whoever's there. And I think, okay, I literally force myself to go sit at the table with them and eat and say, what's going on today? Because it's so important. And they say that if you sit down while you're eating, and I don't really know how much truth there is to this, because there's nothing to prove it, but they say that your body digests the food, and you feel full.
It does.
And it registers in your brain that you've eaten. But if you're just kind of eating on the run, then you're just going to be hungry, because you don't register that. But you don't even have to have a scientific study. You could do it on yourself. Just run up and down eating, and just have a quiet moment, just sitting at the table eating. You feel the difference. I can't do that. Right? Or you're watching TV, and you're watching TV and eating, or you're texting and eating. No, you have to be. It's like a self-care time. It's like a moment with your food, just as how you have your moment with your children. You have to give respect to that food, and spend quality time with the food, quality time with yourself. And you'll eat more slowly, because you'll be talking. And that also, because sometimes it takes a while. If you eat something fast, you think you're still hungry. And if you're not sure if you're full, if you wait, a few minutes, usually you'll decide, you know what, I've had enough. I'm actually good. And another thing, always drink water. Always. And everyone knows this, but not everybody does it.
Yeah, so it's a habit. And it is something that I have started doing, because it has been said, well, I've read it all over the place. Drink a glass of water before you have a meal.
Exactly.
It's the first thing, because your body is repairing in the night while you sleep. So I just imagine all the little men in my body, or people working, working in the lungs and the heart and my liver and, my blood cells, and everybody's at work, tinkering, all the scaffolding, everything happening inside of me. And I'm like, gosh, they're working so hard for me, to make me look good, to make me feel good in the morning, to even wake up the next morning. And so I have to give them a glass of water, feed them.
Corinne, too, they say, and this is so true, I found this so true, sometimes you think you're hungry, but you're actually just thirsty. And sometimes I'll be like, I think I'm hungry, and I'll drink a glass of water, and I'm like, no.
And it goes.
I was thirsty.
It just goes.
Yeah, I know.
And if you drink,
you really can't tell the difference. So drink water first.
Yeah, drink water even before your lunch, your meals. So beside the first one in the morning to start your day, you can have a glass before. And I don't drink juice. I drink water. So every opportunity I get to drink water, and it's not like cran water or those
No, I just like water. Maybe lemon, a little lemon.
Yeah, lime in it. Yeah, I noticed that on your website too. You have a detox water. Share that when I have you on my show today. I want you to share that detox water.
Yes. Oh, it's just really yummy. And it's funny because my daughter started that in our house, actually. She comes downstairs one day And she has 3 recipes that she found for different detox water. She says, Mom, I want to make these. Okay. So I went to the grocery store. I got all the ingredients. We tried 3 or 4 of them, but we came up with one that we like, that we created on our own.
Oh, let's hear it. Let's hear it.
Yeah. So it's, well, you can go to my website to get the recipe, but it's mint.
Oh, yeah, because I have to put in my name to get the recipes. I saw that.
Yes. So if you give me your email address, not only will you get a free copy of my monthly newsletter, Fit for Sanity. It's the November issue. There's some yummy recipes in there, my detox water recipe. But I also, every single day, I send an email tip, a health and fitness tip. And my girlfriend said to me last week, she goes, Irene, she said, that email was great. She said, I wasn't going to work out and I read your email. And she said, I would for a run. She said, so you really motivated me. So get on my email list because.
But that's a great giveaway. That's a great giveaway for the audience. So I'm going to go to your site. Hold on. You're going to tell me what it is. Let me kind of guide them to it.
Okay.
I'm going to do a quick screen share here. Just give me a sec.
Yeah, go to my website, not Fit for Sanity, just irenegabelnick.com.
Oh, okay. So Irene Gabelnick.
Yeah. The Fit for Sanity is where you can buy my newsletter.
Hold on. I'm trying to get to Irene Gabelnick. I'm going to share that so that people can see. I want to make sure it comes up first.
Oh, and I posted a new blog this morning. I don't know if you saw it, Corey.
No. Hold 1 second for me, my darling. Let me see. Share screen. Where are you, Irene? Let me see. Okay, good. Is this your website here?
That's it. Just X out the pop-up.
So this is a pop-up so people can get the.
Just put your email address right there. Hit sign up now.
Okay, so I'm going to put in mine. I'm going to put in mine right now.
Oh, wonderful. Great.
Yeah, why not? Why not? I'm going to do it now because I want to get the tips. So I'm going to do that.
Now you'll get a confirmation email. And when you get the confirmation, you have to click the link.
Oh, but I did it publicly so everybody will know my email now. Damn.
Oh, no. What did you do?
What did I do? That's you.
Oh, thank you. So there's, so you're going to
I'm not going to go any further.
Up there. I need to fix that.
You look beautiful. I'm going to go back to your website because I think
to tell you what to do. On the bottom, it says that you're going to get an
here?
email.
Where we were?
Yeah, it's fine. Don't worry. Yeah, I need to fix that. Scroll down. Can you scroll? There you go. So it says you need to activate your subscription.
Okay.
So you're going to get an email. And when you get the email, you have to open it and just click the link and then you'll be subscribed. And then you'll automatically get another email with a PDF copy of the November newsletter.
Okay, but you look beautiful. Your skin is so shiny and nice.
Oh, thank you. That's like 6 years ago.
But you still look the same now. You look the same now. And your hair is straight.
Yeah. I've been straight for a while. Not in Jamaica. In Jamaica, I'm curly. Good. I can't fight the humidity. I just go curly for the whole week when I'm on vacation.
Oh, good for you. Good, but I'm always curly. That's just my natural hair. It just goes curly.
It looks more professional to do the straight. That's why I do.
Yeah.
Let's go to the pop-up again.
Yeah. Sorry, when I had longer hair.
But if you can also just go right out. If you scroll down, Corinne, you can sign up right there too. So there's my soup. That is my absolute favorite homemade hearty vegetable soup.
Yeah.
And it's just vegetables. And it's made with a vegetable stock. It is a vegan dish. And that's one of my favorite. If I want to lose a couple pounds that week, I make a pot of that soup and I just eat vegetables. It's so tasty with all the different fresh herbs I put in it.
Very, very good.
Freeze half too.
So we know where to come for dinner. And these are your kids when they were younger.
Yeah, it's when they were younger. My daughter will not allow me to put current pictures of them on my website. So this is what I have to okay everything. She's the boss, my youngest. And that's when they were little. So I cannot put pictures.
This is a beautiful picture with them kissing each other.
I love it. I love that picture.
Yeah, that's nice. I looked at where was I last? At the recipes. Yeah, the detox
Oh,
water.
yes. And
that
I'm
we were
sorry,
talking
I have a bunch more I'm going to put up. I haven't had time. So
Yeah,
I will get more.
yeah.
So here too, if you scroll down, if you
Mm-hmm.
enter your email, you can
Oh,
just
yeah.
get the recipe if you want, but it
Right.
is in the November issue of the newsletter too. So
Okay.
if you want the whole newsletter, then you have to subscribe on my main page. This will just
Okay.
get you the detox water. So
Okay. Okay.
yeah.
Okay. Fabulous.
Just in case people just want, this recipe or what have you, I have that. And I have more recipes I'm going to put on there. But
When I saw this, this is what I do on a morning. I mean, I haven't used it for the past few mornings, but it's something that I regularly do. I buy the lemons, slice them up, and put them in the freezer.
mm-hmm.
So I take out a slice.
Oh, good idea.
Yeah, I slice up the lemons. So like I buy a bunch of them, like 6 or 12,
Mm-hmm.
and I slice them up, wash them off with the skin and everything, and then just slice them up and put it in a Ziploc in the freezer. And then every morning, first thing, I take off a slice. So it's frozen and I put it in my water and I keep it, it kind of cools the water because it's frozen. But I don't drink cold water. I drink room temperature, but it's just a little tip chilly, not very cold.
Corinne, I'm going to steal that. I love it. That's a great
Thank you.
tip. Thank
So I
you.
do that and it lasts long.
Can I share that with my
Yeah, it lasts long. I still have lemons in the freezer because I mean it's frozen, and I don't have to worry about it spoiling or anything. It's there, and I just take off a slice. And every time I put every time I drink up the first set of water, I keep pouring more water in it. So for the entire day, I just keep pouring water, and the lemon still steeps, if that's the correct word to use for that, but it still gives off the lemon taste.
But it's
And lemon
so
water
right.
alkaline, yeah. So I use that.
It encourages you to drink more because it tastes better. First of all,
that's right. And some people have a problem with water, right? With plain water. So you just put the lemon in the water.
And then you don't even want something sweet because it's delicious. You have lime or mint or cucumber or find whatever you like. I put blackberries in it sometimes.
Of course, but you could add ginger. You could add ginger to that. Like in the Caribbean, we use a lot of ginger.
Nice.
So you can add ginger to the same lemon. You can put cucumber slices in there if you want, and then eat all of them when you're finished. What the hell?
Yeah, I do. I eat the berries.
Yeah, and I love things like parsley. So you could put a stick of parsley in there and then chew it. I mean, come on.
Yeah. Or even celery. Something about a Bloody Mary, right? With the celery stick. I love eating the celery stick that comes with the Bloody Mary.
I love celery stick. That's talk. It's so thick and juicy. I mean, instead of eating sweets and I mean, you can have the sweets, but have something healthy, And
Corinne,
it's raw. Mm-hmm.
Corinne, you made another really, really good point earlier. And you had said to package things in individual size containers and put them in the refrigerator. Right. That's exactly what I do. So one of my recipes, I have not shared it yet. It's going to be in my December newsletter. But I make a veggie cream cheese.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So I put carrots and celery or red pepper, sometimes a little garlic powder, green onions gives it a really nice flavor.
Yeah.
And if I'm going no carb or low carb, I'll even eat it on a celery stick. And what I do when I make it, but I mix it with a low fat cream cheese, third less fat or Newfoundland or whatever cheese. Yeah. And so I always buy the lower fat. And we'll put it on a whole grain bagel in the morning, and it makes a great breakfast, right? And you get more vegetables. But when I cut it up, when I make the cream cheese, or even when I make soup, or if I'm using celery or carrots in any recipe or stir fry, I always cut an extra and I put it in little Ziploc bags or a little container, reusable container, and I put them in the refrigerator. So when I'm running errands, and before I run out the door, I get my water bottle. I always have water in the car. I'll grab either an apple, a banana, and then those veggies. Right. Yeah. Exactly. And then I'll grab those veggies, and now I have something healthy in the car. Because when you're running errands and all of a sudden you're starving, you're really hungry and you're getting frustrated, what do? You see drive-throughs everywhere.
Of course.
Right? And what
Of
do you
course.
do? You're getting
They know that.
Right?
But Irene, they know that. They know. So they're
they know exactly what they're doing. But if I have my carrots or my apple, or I keep nuts, I always keep nuts in the car because that's a very healthy, high protein snack. Yeah. And I'll keep them right, in the console between the seats, and bam, I always have something in there, or usually, not always, but if I forget to restock, which happens, and then I'll get like a healthy, I'll get a whole grain muffin or something.
Yeah, nice.
Tim Hortons or something instead of a donut, because I just, it's not the worst thing in the world.
Yeah, the sugar rush thing is not good.
Exactly. But that's just another great way, is if they're in the refrigerator, they're ready to go, just run, grab one, and now that's going to save you time and money.
That's what I'm saying. And you can get the kids involved in the shopping and say, let's see who can find a healthy snack. And it encourages them to read the ingredients, get to know the ingredients. They can search it online, Google it. Yeah, which is, it can be fun, and then they can go to school and tell their friends that they know so much.
My youngest is the ingredient Gestapo. She will be at the grocery store. She's like, "Wait, Mom, we have to read the ingredients. What's the first ingredient?" And if it's something that there are 10 things and you don't know what they are, probably not the best choice. Right? I don't know what these things are. So then we're Googling it. What is this?
I don't even pronounce it. You can't even pronounce it. Like, what? Nah, I can't pronounce this. This needs to put down.
We buy almond butter or peanut butter, and I like to buy the all natural. And you have to stir them, which is annoying, but it's the ingredient is peanuts.
Yeah. You can't go wrong. You can't go wrong. You can't go wrong. It's all natural. You can't go wrong. But I love how we're just throwing in tips and bits of advice here and there, just based on our everyday life. But I want to throw something at you here now. So let's have a scenario. The busy mom, single. Let's assume you're single, Irene. And
I am.
Right? With 2 young kids.
Corinne, yeah.
Well, I'm single too. So we're hanging here. So with 2 single moms, and you're saying, I have 2 young kids. They're at a good age now, and I can't be living my life just for my kids. I need to go out, feel, whatever, and you want to start dating again, and it's on your mind to want to, but you're like, oh, the kids. And you want to feel good about yourself, look good. How would you suggest a mom deal with that sort of dynamic?
Wow. Well, I think it goes back to what we originally said, Corinne. You have to take care of yourself, and having that loving, caring relationship in your life is really, really important. I mean, and unfortunately, the only way you're going to meet someone is if you date. So it's something that you have to do. And I've gone through stints. I got out of a relationship I was with someone for 9 years. Yeah. So right after I got married, I went right to this guy, and I call him the 9-year rebound guy because we're not together anymore. So marriage was not in the cards for us.
Right.
And I dated a lot at first, and then I just got sick of it.
Yeah.
I mean, sometimes it's just like, I just don't have time for this. Going out with people I'm not interested in. Yeah. And I'm really a believer in kismet. So I think that when the timing is right, I'm going to be in the right place at the right
time. Yeah.
And it's just going to happen. And that's been my experience anyway.
That's exactly what I believe. I believe in that, because you do the dating thing and you're like, oh, I'm kind of getting tired of this. It kind of wears you down, Irene, after a while. And you're like, it feels like you're running a race. And you're like, what am I doing?
I know. And you get home and you're thinking, gosh, I could have done this, and this, and I just wasted 2 hours. But like, whatever, like, I'll buy my own dinner. Thank you. Like, right? right? I'm like,
Yeah,
I could have spent time with my kids, or I could have worked on my book. And,
yeah,
I would much rather be doing something that I really enjoy or that I care about, or working on my business, than spending time with a stranger.
yeah. But it's good
Right.
to, it's good. I'll tell you something, Irene. It's good. The experience is good to spend with others because it helps you to identify.
Corey? Oh no, what happened? I lost you. Hello, Corey? Oh, we're back. What happened? Corrine? We have technical glitches going on. The Google subscriber you have called is not available. Not crazy. Cockroaches. Cockroaches. Hi. Hello. Oh. Hello. I know. It just stopped. I have no idea what happened. Uh, I know. It still says I'm live. Should I just X out of here? I don't know what to do. I'm so sorry. I don't know what happened. I didn't touch anything. I swear. Okay. 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 Yeah, I know. we And,
because I'm thinking for us to just continue that conversation, finish off that,
right.
and then end it, and then kind of put it together.
Okay.
So I'm gonna come back at the point of asking you about the big moment with the relationship. I'm gonna start that part all over.
Okay.
And yeah, or what we can do is have a part two.
We should, yeah, we should try to get at least a couple of how to squeeze in exercise too, because I never hit on any points. So if I could